Hello, my name is Attorney Numan Jahangir. Today I am gonna discuss few US immigration law which are stricter than any other immigration law all over the world. Number one, if you entered the US illegally without any visa, like illegal border crossing or human smuggling ways, then even you get married, then even if you will get married to a US citizen later, or even if you give birth to your children, then still you will not be able to become legal in your entire life. And similarly, in order to become uh, in order to apply to a green card or become legal citizen, in order to become legal citizen, first we one have to apply to a green card, and in order to apply to a green card, one must have to enter the US legally. This is their requirement under their immigration act. And in order to enter the US legally, one will have to leave the US once, and when once you will leave the US, you will not be able to re-enter the US, because according to the immigration laws, if someone stays more than 180 days in US illegally and without any legal cause, then whenever will he will leave the country, a 3-year ban will be imposed upon him. What it means? It means that whenever someone will overstay, whether he would have arrived through a visa, or he would have arrived through an illegal way, whenever he will stay more than 180 days in the US illegally and without any legal status or cause, and whenever he will leave the US, then whenever next time he will apply, or whenever he will apply try to apply for visa, he will face the 3 years ban. If someone stays more than 180 days, and if someone stays more than a year, then he will, whether his arrival would be illegal or his visa would expire. If someone stays more than a year in the US illegally and without any cause, then he will face the ban of 10 years. Whenever he will leave the US and try to re-enter the US, he will face the ban of 10 years. And the second thing is, second immigration law is that in order to shift, in order to become a naturalized citizen, there are paths, like when you go to US through F1 visa, student visa, and through F1 visa, whenever your degree completes, then you have to shift to OPT, professional training program, which allows the students to work under in their respective fields for 1 year, and in some cases which are STEM program like science, technology, engineering, medical, there they get the authorization to work maximum of 3 years, 36 months. And when once as I am a lawyer, suppose I complete my JD 3 years degree in US, and when it will complete, then even if I overstays 1 day after the completion of my degree, then I will not be able to apply to OPT, and hence people would have to apply to OPT prior to the expiration of their visa date or the completion of their degree. And there are few circumstances which are called non-pro type. There is a phrase for it where the CBP and Department of Homeland Security allows and forgives the USCIS forgives the delay of one days or few days, but only in the exceptional cases of like illness, medical illness, or where there would be some mistake from the university side and you wouldn't have the knowledge about it. It means when once your degree is completed, then you can't stay even for a day there in US until unless you would have applied for OPT. And the bar exam after the completion of JD itself is the most difficult exam. People even takes 1 to 2 years, and in some cases even 3 years to pass the bar exam. Without passing the bar exam, you cannot get the job in any company. And if someone like if someone would be international student like me in my case, then and he would go to US and study law in any university, then he would not be able to and get and shift to H1B visa. The reason is that the smaller firms don't hire the students of the lower rank law schools and universities. H1B is a skilled visa, and only skilled workers like which are not available in US and which would be very highly competent would be allowed to would be preferred to be hired by those big laws or companies. And big laws only hires the alumni and students from the T14 law schools. And in order to get into the T14 law schools, one will have to score nearly 180 roundabout 175 to, you may say that 175 to 180 in order to get into the T14 large schools. And in some cases, if your GPA is lower than even the 180 is not enough, and maybe you will get admission in T14. And wherever your visa will expire or status will expire, under whatever condition you are, and you will overstay even for 1 day, you will become and you will be considered an illegal alien according to the US immigration laws. Like, your degree completes and you don't apply to OPT and you overstay for 1 day, then you will have to go back, otherwise you will never be able to shift to OPT or H1B, or for or later to green card or the naturalization process, except if you get married with a US citizen. And this is just all the time when you enter the US legally, either through visitor visa, through visitor exchange visa program J1, or through student visa program, which is F1. And that is the only case if you entered the US legally and you get married with a US citizen but you overstayed, then you will be able to shift to a green card or to get employment authorization through your spousal marriage, marital ways. But that is that will happen when you would have been entered the US through a legal means. If you don't get married with a US citizen, then whenever your degree will complete, you can't overstay in US even for a 1 day. You will have to shift to OPD, and during the OPD you will have to start work, and you will also have to study for the bar exams, prepare for the bar exams. If you pass, then you will and you get hired by some maybe law, then they will offer you a H1. But according to the new Trump visa, H1B visa fees, which he had set $100,000. Now most of the companies and big laws are hesitating to hire the foreign talents. No one wants to pay the $100,000, and you can't say that take these $100,000 from me and file the visa H1B visa from my behalf, because it comes under unethical practice, and it is the legal requirement of the USCIS that the 100,000 fees should be paid by the companies who is hiring you as their employee. So this is a very long journey and dangerous journey, and if you get hired to H1B visa, then its tenure is just 3 years. After 3 years, uh, either you will have to renew it for another 3 years, and for that purpose, the company too should be able to hire you and keep you along with him. And when your stay will become of 6 years, then you can apply for a green card. And then the application of green card usually takes the time of 1 year or 1.5 years. And when you will get the and in order to even get the green card, you must have to maintain a legal status. And when you will get the green card, then further you will have to still have to maintain the residency there. You can't leave the country for more than 6 months. You will have to stay there. When you will stay there at least for 5 years continuously, then you will apply to a citizenship path. So this is a long journey even for the legal citizens. Now it has become very difficult after the latest Trump administration immigration policies for the immigrants or the international students or aliens who who aspire to go to US through even legal ways. Illegals are already being deported, so there is a lot of confusion, and you will have to think millions of times before starting this journey, because there is first of all there is no surety, anything can happen at any time. Secondly, there is a lot of hard work, sweat, and this is a long journey. You will have to maintain it, and also you would have to save every single penny until the last moment till you become the naturalized citizens. And the 3 years ban and 1 year ban, which apply to staying more than 180 days and more than 1 year, also apply to the legal citizens. Legal means legal applicants or legal entrants who enter the US through visa base. So this is a lot of confusion, and this is a lot of mm, chaos regarding immigration policies. This is a game of money, time, effort, consistency, and then during the even your H-1B visa or even green card visa, you will not be able to get federal Medicaid, etc. type things. They will obviously they will deduct the taxes of Medicaid or medical insurance types from your salary, but they will not offer you the medical services. You will have to incur those expenses by yourself and privately and from your own pocket. And then also you can't, according to new Trump administration visa policies, you can't get the benefit of the US housing. You can't get the buy the houses, and this is a housing uh, program to which used to benefit the uh, legal immigrants like H-1B visa holder, but now it too had been discontinued. So Before deciding to go to US, you would have to think several times.